Welcome everyone to video 3 on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Marathon here on my channel, and this will be the Duel caster video for the day with two people of high rating from Bulgaria here at 1308 in the red against Crasher93 in the blue at 1334, and we're probably going to see some really good decks, Crasher93 is using Dragon Rulers. What kind of Dragon Rulers, not sure yet, but Tempest already came out. Dragunities? Maybe. We'll see. Seven Star Sword came out, banishing the level 7 Tempest, drawing 2 cards, and using Tempest's effect. If it's banished, you add a Wind Dragon type from your deck to your hand. Now Terraforming comes out. This has gotta be Dragon Ravine, because that works really well. Yes, that works really well in Dragunities and also with Dragon Rulers. So this probably is the Dragunity version, although Dragon Plants can also use Dragon Ravine. It doesn't have to be with Dragunities. Redox is sent to grave. Now Tempest's effect was already used to add another Tempest to hand. Redox's effect can still be used this turn, although I don't expect it to happen because it probably wants 2 summons. Another Dragon Ravine comes out, so that the effect can be used again, sending Dragunity Korsiska to the graveyard there to then also send something else to the grave. It is Blaster. So that gives the option of another summon. Korsiska and Blaster being banished to bring out Redux, allowing the chance to play Max C. Does not seem to be any plans from Bulgaria to use it, so Redux comes out. Blaster was banished. Will that effect be used? Seemingly yes. A Fire Dragon type will now be added from the deck to the hand, which is another Blaster, but since Blaster's effect was already used this turn, it cannot be used to summon itself. So now Redux is on the field, but the end phase from Bulgaria's turn, it will be returned to the hand. But this way, at least there's a 3000 defense power defense wall. Bountiful Artemis. Counter Fairies? Interesting. Now Redux returns to the hand during the end phase because it was special summoned. And I am very interested to see what From Bulgaria is going to do. Bountiful Art. I haven't seen Counter Fairies in quite some time. Regeki Break goes out. That's not a counter trap. Doesn't have to all be counter traps. Let's see. Blaster sent to grave with Ravine to add a Dragunity to hand or a Dragon to grave. I'm going to assume it's a Dragon to grave. It's Trigon. You're unequipped, but I'm going to assume that's only in there because it's a Dragon Fire, and maybe because it's a level 3, but can't you then use another Dragonfire like Flamville Guard? More defense too. Did that one a non-tutor? Weird. Oh, maybe because it works with Debris Dragon. Yeah, it works with Debris Dragon and can then make a level 7. That does make sense. It can make like Black Rose. Force back. Yeah. Returning Debris Dragon to the owner's hand. And Bountiful Artemis then allows a card to be drawn. And the Bountiful Artemis effect is not a card that activates. It is upon the resolution of the counter trap. As soon as it's resolved, you draw the card. Even if it's in the middle of the chain. Even if it's Chaining 3. As soon as Chaining 3 is in, the card is drawn. Mirror Force comes out. Blaster is destroyed. Bountiful Artemis is saved. But Crasher93 decides to bring out Return from a Different Dimension right now. Summon as many banished monsters as possible, and From Bulgaria admits defeat and just leaves. Likely there was no way to counter it. However, looking at their cards, There's 2 Tempests, a Blaster, a Redux, and a Corsiska. Corsiska would be able to, after they've all attacked, let's see, actually, how much damage would be able to be inflicted. 828 makes 36. That makes 4,000. Yeah, this is an OTK, which is why from Bulgaria quit. And even if it wouldn't have been, if there would have been more attack power or something on Bountiful Artemis on from Bulgaria's side of the field, or if Artemis would have been in defense mode, Korsiska would have been able to synchro with one of them, and then 2 of them would have been able to exceed into probably would have been Dracosac, and then Stardust Dragon. But yeah, this is where you can see this is definitely a very powerful deck, Dragon Rulers. It was unfortunate that we weren't able to see too much from Bulgaria's counter fairies. Would have really liked to see more, but Return from the Different Dimension. There's a reason that thing is at 1, even if it costs half of your life points. The thing is limited for a reason. I honestly, with the power of the Dragon Rulers, can see it going to Forbidden, although I can also see the Dragon Rulers still being hit differently. Even with the babies gone, they're still definitely a very big force to be reckoned with. They're still among the top decks. They're not as broken, I personally feel, as they were before. Same with Prophecy and Spellbooks, now that Spellbook Judgment is gone, but they are still both a really good deck. But it's Dragon Rulers now, definitely, that is still very powerful. And the babies were just there to support the big ones, which made it a pure Dragon Ruler deck, made it really good. But now that the babies are gone, it's more like teching them into something else, like Tempest into wind decks like Dragoonity, Blaster into fire decks like Evil and Jarak, Redux into McDolce, Tidal into Mermail. That's really what I think the cards were created for. Also, their special effects. Like send this and this, send this and one other wind monster from Hounds of Grave to do this. That was sort of, I feel, also aimed at certain archetypes or certain types of decks that it could be teched into. But Dragon Rulers are still a thing. There can be a lot can be done with them. I really like them because you can easily tech them into many different kinds of decks that are like of one attribute. But just put them all together, and you've got this amazing super strong deck. And Return from a Different Dimension, if you've banished a couple of them, is amazingly deadly. Which got Crash in 93 the win here. Right, guys, this was video number 3 for today. You still have a duel video, a deck request, a deck profile, and a DN news video coming up. See you later today.